Good morning and welcome to Beijing this Sunday morning. It's actually -10 outside, so I'm going to start the morning by having some nice hot coffee here. Waking up, feeling better already. Then I'm going to have actually a glass of multivitamins here just to get hydrated after a long day's sleep. But then in a few seconds I'm going to show you how to do the protein French toast. It's been a lot of Christmas food lately, but actually I went in and do what I do every morning. I weighed myself and it's actually the lowest in a very, very long time. So feeling great about that despite a lot of food. So, you can combine everything you want in your life and still enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to show you here. French toast, protein French toast. Very healthy, good for you, and then some other things. So that's just how I do it and go around the day. I'll show you how it's done.
All the red lights when you're out running here, you gotta take a pause and wait for the lights to shift. But so nice about running here. It's -10, so you don't want to take off your gloves too much, but I'm gonna wait for this to come and continue running. So nice to be out here in the morning running, get the sunshine. All this high res in the background really inspire me, but also very cold, so make sure you have gloves. So gonna continue walking almost halfway. Just wanted to show you a bit. It's nice morning. Let's continue.
Okay, so just get back here, feeling really nice actually. Unfortunately, the GPS got the distance completely messed up, but 15 kilometers, moving time 1:22:41. So I think it's actually like 3 minutes faster if it's correct than last time. But anyhow, feeling great. So definitely ready for those protein French toast now. So just gonna grab in the shower and then I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so finally we're in the kitchen and ready to get the reward after the run. So I'm gonna have the bread first. I'm having kind of dark bread here, but you can have white, it's up to you. This is more fiber. Whole grain is even better. You can even have like sourdough to stay full longer, because otherwise you can have blood sugar goes like this, which I want to avoid. The next up we have, of course, the eggs. You can have whole eggs, that's more calories, but I'm gonna go for just egg whites to keep it low calorie. And then we're gonna boost it with even some protein powder. Not really needed once again. If you have more egg whites, it's also fine. Then if you want some sweetness, normally you should have sort of vanilla powder in, but I don't have that, or vanilla kind of flavoring, I mean. But you can actually add in some stevia monk fruit if you want to have more sweet. But I'm gonna have a bit more, natural flavoring. So I'm gonna have raspberries and blackberries, high in fiber, very nice, and add very little actually to the total calories. And then we're gonna have some cinnamon, and then topping in then I'm gonna add in some Greek yogurt. So let's get started. Just gonna crack in some eggs here. I'm not sure actually how many I needed, maybe like 4. We have 5 slices of bread here, so we'll see. But you just have to adapt to make sure it doesn't get too thick. So you can just try it and see what works. Okay, so we have 5 egg whites, 128 grams. Let's add in the protein powder. Okay, so we have 23 grams of that. And for some natural sweetness, we're gonna have a lot of cinnamon powder. Okay, so now we're just gonna whisk it up. Okay, so it's all blended up here and it smells really nice, especially from the protein powders, of course. Depending on what you use, you can have different kind of flavorings, but really nice. So now we're just gonna put in some coconut oil and then it's cooking. Oil has a lot of calories, you gotta be careful. So I'm actually just gonna take kind of a small spoon here, wait, and then I'm gonna use kind of a paper towel to put it in the pan. 2 grams is probably enough. Yeah, I don't have any kitchen towel here, but you can just use some of this and kind of put it inside a bit on the surface here so you don't get too much. Otherwise it's very easily just gets absorbed by the bread, so just make sure it doesn't get burned later. Then we have the bread here, of course, actually a lot, 174 grams, 5 slices. You definitely don't have to eat that much, but I'm really hungry and I went for the run, so no problem this time, but otherwise maybe like 3 and 4 is definitely enough. So what I'm gonna do is to cut them in half so it's easier to put in the pan, otherwise it's kind of hard to fry everything. So just gonna make some small triangles basically, and then dip them in this and just put it, and let's get start frying. Yeah, so just put it inside like this, make sure they absorb some of the egg whites, and then take it out and start frying. So we have the first batch here of 4, basically 2 whole slices. We have a whole bunch left here. I'm not sure if it's gonna be sort of enough with all the eggs here, but otherwise I just stop there. Maybe do 2 batches, we'll see. Yeah, let's turn on the heat. Nice. You want to make sure they don't get burned, so have it quite low. You get a bit impatient maybe, but it's better to make it take some extra time than to burn them. Yeah, I made 2 more here. I think we're not gonna have enough more egg whites, so it's gonna be 6 in total, so basically 3 whole slices, but nice, less calories. Then after a while you want to flip them so they don't get burned, so that's why the coconut oil is good. Let's see if we can flip it. Yeah, I didn't put so much here so it doesn't look as filling, but it's okay. Smells so nice from the cinnamon, really nice. And now it's getting warmer, so they're frying a bit faster. So soon we're gonna be done with this, and then we have the last 2 ones. Yeah, let's take this out before they get burned, and then we add them on the plate here, and then add some new ones, and then we're gonna have some coconut oil so we don't burn the new batch. So it's gonna be a bit messy here, but it's fine for now. Nice. Time for some more oil. Definitely won't need all of this, but it's good just to put a little bit here. Just be careful so you don't burn yourself. First you want to put on the plate here so the other ones don't get cold. Nice, the last 2, let's see if they're ready to flip. Yep. Of course, they can be more pretty if you know do it with more egg whites and maybe a little bit more butter and so on. But kind of want to keep them healthy, so no problem. Okay, these are definitely done, so I'm gonna plate them up now, and then let's add the nice toppings. That is looking nice. So for the first topping, we're gonna have some zero fat yogurt. You don't have to have zero fat, but we want to optimize everything, right? So less calories. Looking nice. It's basically instead of whipped cream. Of course, you can have thicker Greek yogurt as well, or like syrup, but this will be perfect for today. Next up, we have the raspberries. Looking amazing. Then a sprinkle of blackberries. Nice. And for some bonus chocolate flavor, I'm gonna add some cacao powder just on top. Nice, and we're ready to go. Okay, so finally time to dig in, and it's 10:38 in the morning, and I had my last meal around 6:30 p.m. yesterday. It's actually been 16 hours, so intermittent fasting today, just the final sprint before New Year's. But now let's enjoy this first and dig in. So let's see how this tastes. It smells amazing. I can tell you that. The Greek yogurt together with the cacao and the cinnamon, that's a good combo. And I think even though I planned to do 5 from the beginning, 3 slices is actually definitely enough. And I got this question about sort of eating clean. There's no real definition of what clean is, but generally I think it's kind of like less processed, less oil. So, I mean, this, for example, is a lot less calories probably than if you go out and eat in the restaurant, because you have a lot of butter, add a lot of oil, other things, artificial things. And also if you eat out like fast food, generally it's a lot more calories or higher calorie density per serving. So if you do that like 3 times a day instead of cooking yourself, it's, you know, probably better for you. I don't know, but you know, less calories at least. So that's just an easier way, I think, to live, at least if you have breakfast and dinner at home. So then you can enjoy these kind of things that taste amazing, but also are kind of good for you instead of just going out in the restaurants and so on. So let me know how you do it. I think it makes it easier and very rewarding. So I'll see you a bit later when I do the lunch. Okay, so I've been doing some editing now. It's almost 2 p.m. So it's been like 3.5 hours since I had that breakfast, and I've only been snacking a bit of like an apple and also some rice cakes. But now it's time to do some healthy, clean foods basically. So I'm gonna do some Brussels sprouts, still keep that kind of Christmas feeling. Then I'm gonna have some mushrooms here. Then I'm gonna add in some tomatoes. And then for the herring that I have leftovers, I want to combine it with potatoes. So I'm gonna mix all of that together. Probably add in a few eggs for that extra protein. Then of course we're gonna have some of the salmon I still have left and the herring. So I'm just gonna wrap all of that very quickly and then I'll show you here. Yeah, I'm just adding in 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites to get some more protein. Then just the extra spices to make it a little bit more fun. Smells really nice. Added in a bit of a pepper here, and I started to put up the fish here, the herring. And I'm gonna add in the egg whites soon. Nice, it's gonna be a very nice lunch. You could of course have like the egg on the side as a separate omelette, but it's gonna be too many plates. So I'm just gonna mix everything in here. No problem. Let's stir it around. Looking really nice and smelling really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna plate this up and then we have a small, nice protein boosted Christmas table again. Now that is looking nice. I'm just gonna add in the sour cream here, and then we have the chaffs, and then we're ready to go. Yes, as you can see, that was really easy and fast to wrap up, but it looks amazing. I mean, how can you not want to eat this? Clean, healthy, a lot of protein, fantastic. So I'm gonna enjoy this and then I'll see you a bit later. So I went to the gym there in between and now it's time for dinner. So I'm gonna do what I do a lot, which is air fryer. So more pumpkin, I already showed that before. Then I'm gonna have some shrimp there. And of course you can have a lot more fun by having like, you know, salmon or, you know, tuna or cod or anything like that, but I want to keep calories low now this final sprint. But then I think going forward I'm going to change it up a bit, so I'm going to put that in there, cut it up of course, have a shower, and then go back and it's time to eat. Okay, so we just heard a beeping noise, which means they're ready and out of the shower. So I'm going to take this out now. Looking nice. And I'm going to add a bit of cottage cheese for some extra protein boost, and then also some Korean pickles here. And then if you want, of course, you can add like some light mayo perhaps, or some ketchup. I think this meal is only going to be like 250 calories, 300 max. I think that the whole day will be around 2,200, 2,300, so not too much. But I'm gonna enjoy this, show you a bit the nice clips in the background. But if you like this, you want to see more of these kind of things, let me know. Write if you have questions, comments. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.